Meet the Crew with your host, Lloyd Ellis.
Welcome back to Meet the Crew, and I'm your host, Lloyd Ellis. Today's guest is coming in from the west side, y'all. Well, not really all the way west. He's in the mountain regions. But before we get into him, I have to take care of a little bit of housekeeping. Again, there's only about 60% of y'all that subscribe to this. Come on, what's going on? I know y'all like it because a bunch of y'all are watching these episodes, but not everybody's subscribing. Hey, it's free. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Well, actually, I don't care if you like it, but please subscribe. That way you are notified when we have the next guest that's coming up. And again, we have everybody from those backline techs to those stage managers to the producers to every once in a while, we might have a rock star coming up. You never know unless you subscribe. So again, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that little bell thingy, bing. And you might have a good conversation. You might hear something you never heard before. You might actually meet somebody that you might be like, hey, that dude's pretty cool. Might want to chill with him or her. Because last week's episode was a lady for the first. Yes, we had a lady on last week's episode. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, I'm going to turn into one of those I digress folks, but that's okay. Hey, Aron, you there, brother?
Hey, Lloyd, my man.
What's up? Tell everybody your name.
Hey, everybody. This is Aron Orosz. Glad to be here.
Aron Orosz. I'm glad you said your last name because I probably pronounced it wrong as many years as we've known each other, but that's okay, though.
You and everybody else. It's all right. I'll forgive you.
Hey, you spell it with an A-R-O-N, and I call you like everybody else spells it, A-A-R-O-N. So that's why you're my A-A-Ron.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Token Aron.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, my autofocus is going crazy on my camera, but that's okay. Tell everybody where you're from, brother.
I currently live in Phoenix, Arizona. Grew up in Northwest Indiana, a little town called Valparaiso. Moved here back in 2000. So been here most of my life now, been a desert dweller.
I love it, brother. What's your current expertise in this crazy industry we have of ours?
Well, I guess currently I've been, doing the hashtag pivot into web streaming, but my actual area of expertise is audio. Basically kind of grew up as a musician, as a bass player, and kind of just fell backwards into audio visual, and audio just kind of made sense. That's what I've been playing with mixing boards and microphones and speakers and whatnot ever since I was 14. So, it was kind of just made sense to go that route. So that's currently where I reside. But, with the current, I don't know, I guess I'll call it climate of the world these days, I've had to kind of shift over into the streaming, we kind of put on the streaming hat, and I've gotten into things like OBS and Wirecast, and have gotten more into the video side of things, and also the internet side of things, because it goes very hand in hand with, audio, video, internet, unfortunately, for lack of, you kind of lose a lot of control there, but that's the reality of it. So I've been doing that pivot quite a bit the last year and a half or so, but audio is definitely my wheelhouse.
So with you being an audio guy, I know that you mentioned you were a bass player. How exactly did you get into this industry, brother?
Well, I mean, I guess kind of try to keep it short, but I guess, when I was younger, I was in a 3-piece band. I played bass out of necessity because nobody else wanted to do it. And my old man got me an Ellis mixer, 16 channel. I don't even remember the model or anything like that. But I was the geeky tech record guy. I had my Tascam 4-track, and I would do all the band's demos, and kind of just fell into being an engineer, and didn't really know there was any sort of industry or whatnot I could get into until I moved to until I moved to Phoenix when I believe I was almost 18. Did a few just throwaway jobs here when I first got here, but then I met a crew of guys in a band called 32 Leaves, and the lead singer, his name's Greg Norris. He was doing audio visual, and I had no idea the industry even existed. I think I was working at a call center at the time. I was doing tech support for cable boxes and stuff like that. So, he was like, hey, the resort that I work at is hiring. We need audio people that know mixers and people that know, how to set up microphones and whatnot. And that sounded a lot better than doing what I was doing. So I was like, sign me up. Let's give it a whirl, So I kind of just fell backwards into audio visual. There was no actual plan or anything like that. It just kind of happened.
I like it. You said you fell backwards. People are asking me all the time, like, how'd you get into this? And I'm like, I fell hard.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of us get into it that way.
Well, brother, how long have you been in this crazy industry of ours?
Let's see. I want to say I started about 2005. So I'm just over 15 years now. Started off just, totally green, didn't even know how to lay a tape line, working at a hotel. And luckily I got in at a hotel that was pretty rip roaring and had a lot of business. There was a lot of gear coming and going. So if you wanted to learn stuff, you were going to be exposed to all that equipment and that gear. And if you paid attention and you just sponge up what was going on around you, you could, I went in there not knowing a thing about AV and came out with basically, I don't want to say I made a PhD, but I definitely came out with a bachelor's or something in AV. So it just, it ended up working out that way.
Hey, brother, you are great at what you do. And you and I have traveled together quite a bit the past couple of years. And it's sad what last year, 2020 gave us, and hopefully 2021 is going to have some brighter horizons. But in regards to that, we are in April. No, we are now in May. We have surpassed Cinco de Mayo, and may the force be with you, Dad. So, God, I'm a dork, but that's okay.
That's why we love you.
How's COVID affected you, brother, professionally or even in your family, if I may ask?
Well, I had a bout of it myself. So did my sister and her boyfriend. Luckily, it didn't affect me that bad. I was back up and running 4 days later. Really, it's the financial hit. It's the going from some of the best working years and earning years of my life to back down to some of the absolute worst. I'm literally back to like fast food days as far as income goes. So it's been rough. I've kind of just been trying to, find the silver lining or whatnot, everybody says, and try to just sharpen my skills and learn new things. And that's kind of where the pandemic's kind of, it's kind of forced you to grow. So that's why I said getting into things like OBS and Wirecast and just getting into streaming. I've started my own Twitch stream as well, just for fun. I cover modular synthesis. If anybody's interested, it's my page is called Observer. It's Observer with no vowels, 0BSRVR. So you can go check that out if you like. I also have a YouTube channel. It's called Ultimate Observer, just spelled out, nothing funny about it. So you can kind of see what I do just for fun on the side there if you'd like to check that out. But it's been the whole pivot thing. Just learning new skills, trying to keep fresh with the way that things are inevitably going to go. Because even when live events do come back, which it's starting to happen, I do think that by the end of the year, I think we're going to see things really start to ramp up. But a lot of people have said, and I agree, that there's still probably going to be a virtual streaming component to events going forward. Probably not all of them, but it's probably going to be, that's probably going to be a part of a lot of things that go on as far as when live events get going again. So just trying to be ready to wear whatever hat that I'm asked to wear.
Yeah, brother, it is always been a pleasure to hang out with you and to give people a little dive into the inner brains of the Aron Orosz. I'm pronouncing it wrong again. I know I am, but that's okay.
You're close enough.
Well, brother, this now brings us to the portion of the show to where we ask our guests if there's one thing and one thing only that the people in the world need to know about Aron, or if something you might want to just tell them. What might that be?
Actually, Lloyd, yeah, there is something I want the world to know about me, but it's not just about me. It's about all of us, really. And it's that we've got a lot more in common than we don't have in common. So all the division that we're seeing in the world, whether it be racial inequality, gender inequality, income inequality, whatever it may be, we've all got to realize that we've got to work together and get through this stuff. These petty differences, they need to be set aside. There's far too much work to be done to be getting caught up in a lot of the things that I see just kind of like plaguing the human psyche these days. And, we really need to get past some of that stuff. So I guess just to kind of sum it up, I'll leave it with a saying that a man much wiser than me once told me. And it's that, we were given 2 ears in one mouth because they were meant to be used proportionately. You should be listening at least twice as much as you're talking. So take the time to listen to somebody, take the time to hear somebody out. Don't, it's just, we've got to really listen to each other and understand each other better. And, we'll be living in a much better world if we can all just pull off that one simple thing.
Brother, those are amazing words of wisdom. Amazing words of wisdom. Well, Aron, how can folks reach out to you? What are them socials?
Like I said, you can find my Twitch stream. It's 0BSRVR is my user handle on Twitch. You can check out my Twitch stream. Also my YouTube channel, Ultimate Observer, is just my handle there on YouTube. You can check out my work. I'm on Spotify, again, Observer 0BSRVR. You can check out my band, 32 Leaves. We are working on I'm sure probably some people are wondering, we are working on a third record. It's happening slowly but surely. We're kind of spread across the country right now. So it's going slower than we like, but it is happening. So, and yeah, I've also got another project that I'm involved with called Peace Pie Traveling Medicine Show. You can check out that YouTube channel as well. Yeah. Send me an email at foreveraudio.com. Reach out, man. I'm here.
So before we let you go, tell us about Peace Pie Medicine Show. What's that all about?
It's kind of hard to explain. It's an improvisational flow ensemble is the way it's been branded. I play bass, hand percussion. Yeah, kind of like a jam band. It's based around a monochord. You have to go check out the YouTube channel. A picture's worth 1,000 words. We've got a couple videos up there of jams that we've done, and we are working hard to get some new material out. But it's interesting, to say the least.
I love it, brother. I've listened to some of the stuff that you put out, especially the new metal band, and even a lot of your solo project stuff. And you are a great artist, you're a great engineer, and you have an amazing set of ears, which is key in this industry. You've
got to be listening.
Got to be listening. And you also got to be a great hang, which is a truly #1 deal in my book.
Absolutely. You as well, brother.
Aron, thanks you again for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Aron Orosz.
I'm Aron Orosz, and you just met the crew.
Meet the crew with your host, Lloyd Ellis.